po, may mga residual benefits. No, nandun sa screen. Yung online gambling sa ating ekonomiya. Sinabi niyo po na may, sabi doon po, ay yung mga convenience stores, yung mga real estate ay dumadami at yumayaman. Pero taliwas yan po sa mga interviews ko on mall operators, lalong-lalo na sa probinsya. I've spoken to small mall operators in the province which have complained of the slow foot traffic and purchasing of goods. Yung mga Gaisano, Ororama, yung maliliit na malls po sa probinsya. Masa po itong mall, hindi po high-end na mall ito. At nung sumagawa po sila ng interviews at kanilang sariling survey, ang sinabi at binanggit po ng tao, wala po kaming pera dahil naubos nga po sa online gambling. Ibig po sabihin ay itong mga maliliit na tindera, itong mga daily wage earners, nawawalan po sila ng disposable income. Dahil nga, pag natalo nga yun, katulad ng binanggit ko kay Kulas, is a very famous blogger, na every time na may pasahero yung jeepney driver, tataya po siya ng 50 pesos, natatalo, pagtigil ulit sa isang stop, tataya muli ng 50 pesos, tatatalo. Ang punto po ay, Mr. Chairman, would you agree that if this now becomes wholesale all over the country, where a lot of our disposable income of regular Filipino workers will just be lost to online gambling, it will affect the economy?
Senator Zubiri, tungkol po sa katanungan ninyo, ang PAGCOR po ay walang kakayahang pag-aralan yung nasabi ninyong total economic benefits or negative or positive. Pero kung mamanapati nyo po siguro mamaya, sa pakikipag-ugnayan namin sa Department of Finance, kasama po sa presentation nila yan para pakita po kung ano ang epekto sa pangkasalukuyan ng online gaming industry sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Pero tapatan ko pong sasabihin sa inyo na sa PAGCOR po ay wala kaming kakayahang pag-aralan yung macroeconomic effects po ng online gaming industry sa pangkasalukuyan.
I'll just take short questions and short answers kasi I'm time limited.
Opo.
Yeah, yung Mr. Chairman, but you would agree, as a regulator, trabaho niyo po yan, regulator po kayo.
Opo.
Parang ERC, di ba? Energy Regulatory Commission. They will make a decision to benefit the consuming public or the public as a whole. So as a regulator of gambling sites and gambling itself, you also need to know the pulse of the people and how it will affect. Tama po ba?
Yes.
Ang ating gobyerno at ating sa Bisaya katauhan ba? Yung taong bayan. Tama po yun.
Tama po yun.
Yeah. So it will go down to that. And I say this because when we had, because mentioned in your presentation, income, trabaho, pero ang katapat po niyan, Mr. Chairman, is social ills. Yung marami talaga nalululong at nasisira ang buhay dahil sa pustahan na yan. And we said this before, even when we were fighting Isabong, yung PAGCOR noon, hindi po kayo yung PAGCOR noon. That was the last administration. Yung sinasabi ng PAGCOR noon, huwag iban yan. Dahil nga po ay malaking kita ng gobyerno sa Isabong. Mabibigyan po ng bilyon-bilyon yan. At it was a decision of then President Duterte to finally ban it in the end of his term. But at what cost? The PNP is here, 39 missing Sabongeros, presumed dead. And the total number is about 100, if you ask me, all over the Philippines. It's over hundreds of missing Sabongeros. Because it's only the 39 that came out and complained, but there are hundreds that are missing still to this day. Yung Pogo naman, sabi niyo po, Chairman, huwag natin i-ban yung Pogo. Naalala ko po yun. Senate President pa ako noon, and you mentioned to me that huwag natin i-ban yan, i-regulate na natin. And we all know what happened. It became a purveyor of spying in the Philippines. It be against a neighboring country. It became a magic for or a magnet rather, for human trafficking. It became a magnet for syndicates from the triads coming to the Philippines, kidnapping and killing individuals. And because of that, we congratulate our president for doing the political will, going against the wishes of these agencies like the DOF and the PAGCOR that recommended not to ban it. He banned it. So, dito naman po sa sa online gambling, sana ganun din po ang palaisipan natin na bukas po tayo sa idea na baka nga ang social ills outweigh the economic benefits of this measure. And I think after all our hearings, we'll be able to come up with a further study on this, Mr. Chairman. As a matter of fact, under your PD 1869, which was again amended by the Republic Act 9487, there are prohibitions on players. For example, government officials, government employees, police, armed forces, and children or people below 21 are not allowed to play in the casinos and gambling operations of PAGCOR. Ito po is nangyayari na po na yun. Mga bata naglalaro. Yung mga government employees naglalaro. There's no more ban. They can play in their offices. They can play in the Senate. They can play in the House. They can play in the DOF. Hindi nila alam, naglalaro pala yung empleyado nila. That is already in violation of our laws. Also, we have laws that are strictly implementing the distance, 300 meters from the nearest school. Bawal yung lotto operator. Bawal ang casino. And then 300 meters from a place of worship, bawal po yan. Would you agree now it is being violated by online gambling sites because it can be played anywhere, including one's home, in the church, or even in schools?
I totally agree with you, Senator Subiri, that this is a possibility that is happening. Now, if I may just interject with your permission, Senator Subiri, ang hindi po sa dinidefensa ko. Una po, yun lang, balikan ko lang yung statement nyo. Yung hiniling ko po sa inyo nung Senate President kayong wag iban yung POGO, I was referring to yung nasala na po namin na 42. Yung po kasing 300 may lisensya na inabutan ko, 260 po yung kinancel ko doon dahil puro po criminal activities na yon. Ang pinakikiusap ko lang sana noon ay yung 42 na maayos na yung pagre-regula, yung po sana lang maiwan. Pero po yung sa mga involved sa scamming, sa kriminalidad, kidnapping, at sa mga anong criminal activities, yun po ay hindi ko po sinasang-ayon ng matira. Liliwanagin ko lang po yun. Dito po naman sa online gaming, totoo po yung sinasabi ninyo. Pero ang akin naman po ay gusto kong ipaalam sa lahat, ito pong online gaming ay hindi lang talaga sumisibol at lumalakas dito sa ating bansa. I'm not justifying, pero para lang po sa kaalaman ninyo, may mga studies po akong nabasa. Sa pangkasalukuyan po nasa sa 100 billion US dollars na po ang negosyo ng online gaming ngayon sa buong mundo. Tunay na tayo'y nadadamay, pero dahilan po talaga sa advances of technology, doon po tayo nahihirapan. Kaya ako naman, sa pakikipag-ugnayan sa DICT, sa CICC at sa NTC, ay naniniwala pa rin na kung ating hihigpitan at ating talagang mapatutupad pa yung mga naumpisahan na po naming mga regulasyon, baka naman karapat-dapat na ma-save natin yung industriya.
Yes.
Yung po kasi, Senator,
if I may continue my line of questioning.
Yes, Senator.
With respect to the chairman.
May clear na lang kasi
last questions na lang po. This last question is, pinapakita ko lang po, nung araw, ang PAGCOR stance was, kung natanggalin natin ang POGO, maraming mawawalan ng trabaho. As a matter of fact, binabanatan ako sa radyo. May mga media outfits dyan na pro-POGO, binabanatan ako. Mawawalan daw ng 25,000 jobs. Babagsak daw ang ekonomiya. But since the President banned it last year, hindi naman bumagsak ang ekonomiya. At yung mga nawalan ng trabaho ay nakahanap po ng trabaho, di ba po? So, yun ang position ko dyan. And my next question, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, will be, so yun lamang po, maybe we can ask further questions on the next round. But on the BSP, we'd like to ask Deputy Governor Tangonan. Yes. To the Deputy Governor, again, we are going to ask again a clarification. Sana naman po ay pinagbabawal nyo na pong e-wallet, paggagamit ng e-wallet dito sa mga online gaming platforms na ito. Kami sa Bukidnon, we are not spared. That the people that we're going to present today and the people who I showed in my video presentation earlier or my a PowerPoint presentation were people from the barrios. This is not Metro Manila. This is not where you have a online gaming site or a betting station. These are in the middle of rural Mindanao and rural Philippines. There is a problem. The problem is the accessibility. And if Bangko Sentral of the Philippines does not move to correct this problem, lalong lalala ang kriminalidad, ang mamamatay dahil sa online gambling. May we get assurance from the BSP? And I wish that the governor was here. But you know, you're the deputy governor in charge for all these e-wallets. Can we get an assurance that that is the direction that we are going to ban e-wallets in these online gambling sites?
Your Honor, we assure that as soon as there is a law or a executive policy banning these operations, we will immediately.
Let me rewind, Mr. Chairman. No, are you saying that now the 48 hours that that you mentioned to ban the apps will not happen unless there's a law or an executive policy? Can it not be done by the PSP alone?
No, we put that out because it's pending the final circular po that we will be issuing that puts in the guidelines.
My question is, do you need a law for that? Can't the BSP itself, motu proprio, act on that?
Because it's a legitimate business, Your Honor. It's legal, it's licensed. Therefore, it's difficult to discriminate provision of a service that is available to all.
Yeah, but you're also aware that the e-wallets are being used by the illegal gambling sites, online gambling sites. So what is your plan of action for that?
That's why pending a law or a policy, we will be regulating the use to prevent abuse and to limit the use of it only to eligible consumers, e-wallet companies or BSP supervised institutions, and also the merchants.
So you're trying to tell us today that you're slowing down from the earlier statement when Senator Cayetano was here, Alan Cayetano and the other Senator Erwin Tulfo, Raffy Tulfo, that we are supposed to slow down the use of e-wallets for these online gaming apps. What you're saying now is a sort of like a turnaround from the message given this morning when you said that they're going to take out these apps from the e-wallets. Is somebody dictating to the BSP now, telling you na sayang kita natin, wag mo sabihin yan, wag mo iban yan. Kasi mayayaman na kalaban natin dito, puro mga bilyonaryo. So ang tanong ko po, Deputy Governor, kayo ba ay na yun bumabaliktad sa plano ninyo na pagbawalan o hinain paggamit ng e-wallets dito sa mga online gambling platforms na ito?
Your Honor, hindi po. Ang sinasabi po namin na while we are finalizing the circular that will now regulate the use of these websites and these apps, we are suspending it. So until such time that we are able.
Okay, suspending is good enough for me for the meantime while we're trying to come up personally, while we're trying to come up with a policy statement. And finally, Mr. President, yung BSP should be also aware of the online lending apps because they are using it, both the legal and illegal, for these online gaming sites. Pag natalo na po kayo, lalabas yung app, meron kayong pwedeng utangan. And it's a shame campaign pa. I can read so many texts here na sabihin mo sa mga kaibigan mo na si ganito ganyan, na hindi siya nagbabayad ng app, bubugbugin namin siya, hanapin namin siya. It's a shame campaign. Is that legal, Mr. Deputy Governor? Are they allowed to do that under so many laws that they're violating, Anti-Cyberbullying Act and all other acts? Are these online lending platforms allowed to do such?
Your Honor, the lending operations.
First of all, my first question, siguro, Your Honor, do you regulate them? Online lending sites and platforms?
No, Your Honor, that's under the SEC's jurisdiction po.
Under the SEC. So, but they charge interest rates. Di ba, it's the BSP, it's so hard to get a loan from the bank. You know, you have to sign documents, this thick, Your Honor, because I'm also a businessman in renewable energy. And to sign a bank loan, it's this thick, all notarized every page. And you have to follow the BSP rates for loans. Ito po, it's as low as 15% per month to a high of 20% per week. 20% interest rate kada semana, kada linggo. Ang ibig po sabihin niyan, almost 80% ng hiniram nila in a month. Yan ba po illegal at dapat ba sana pumasok din ang BSP dyan? Your Honor?
Your Honor, currently, because it's not